when Will went through the thing at the Oscars and the slap happened, I think everybody was shocked. But just from your perspective, where were you? What was it? Some stuff that you can share about the conversation you had with him after that.
You know what's crazy? It really when I remember looking at Bobby and Whitney, right? And I remember saying, that's my aunt and uncle. That's not Bobby and Whitney. That's my aunt and uncle. Same relationship. That's my aunt and uncle. My aunt and uncle weren't Bobby and Whitney, though. The light was on Bobby and Whitney. The light wasn't on my aunt and uncle. So I realized that it's different, but it still goes back to a human experience. I have known Will almost 40 years. I know hundreds of times that I looked at him and was like, I do not know how you held it together. You are the most sensible. You've always done that. My personal opinion, Will got a lot of stuff off his chest with that book.
Great book.
Yeah.
Great, incredible
Amazing.
book.
Great book.
But when we all went to Miami and he, had for a book reading and he read the book to everybody, wanted to make sure everybody was cool with what he said.
Oh, that's dope.
And I walked out saying, I am nowhere near writing a book. I am so nowhere near writing a book. The level of honesty, I realized I'm not ready for that. Like I'm not ready to tackle it. Like
you want to be that.
You know
open.
what? Like you start to realize that there's certain things in my life that I buried for a reason, and I ain't trying to dig them up.
Yeah,
he dug everything up.
Bro, when he was talking about the exes and I'm like, he had to be honest.
Everything up.
I was like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
So I think all of this was a very bad lack in judgment. But Will open that book up talking about the relationship with his dad and his mom.
Yeah.
Will has been protecting his mom ever since he was a kid. He's been trying to make up for watching the situation between his dad and his mom. Will has been protecting every woman that has been in his life ever since that. Will was protecting his woman.
Yeah.
Will was protecting. Now, bad. Shouldn't have did it.
Yep.
Shouldn't have did it. But there was a side that I'm sitting there like, wow, how much conviction do you have that not just you, we waited all of our life for this moment. Yeah. We talked about this moment. The moment didn't matter more than protecting my wife. I felt like I needed to protect my wife. So I'm like, it was, and what was crazy, it was slow motion for me.
Really?
Oh man, I was sitting in the bed, I'm super excited, and I was just like, when it happened and I saw him walk up there, the one thing that I will say, because I've had people like, oh, he wouldn't have did that to no gangster, oh, he wouldn't have did. Let me let you know something about Will. Will is somebody that cliff dove in Jamaica and couldn't swim. Will was the person that whatever he's afraid of, he runs to. I ain't got that in me. I don't have that in me at all. And I've watched Will almost die numerous of times running straight. Will would have slapped Mike Tyson. It did not matter who was there. Will would have got his ass beat, but he was going to do what he was going to do regardless of who it was. Wow. It wasn't for fake. It wasn't for show. It was,
you understood where it came from.
I have to protect.
Yeah.
I got to protect. If that was a grizzly bear, he would have did it. I know him. So it wasn't who's harder, who's tough, who's this. It's kind of like, yo, if somebody is messing with your kid, you would do whatever you need to do.
100%.
That's all it was. Was bad choice of judgment. And I think for me, what I didn't like is I'm sitting here like, this was, to me, this was one of them things that it was kind of like, yeah, there was a lot of people that undercover wasn't really happy for his success. And I'm just waiting. He had walked such a straight line that I was tripping that it was like, wow, he's probably one of the most unblemished people that I know.
Too perfect.
That everybody is coming down on him, saying, oh, he needs to go away forever. And I'm sitting here like, yo, I ain't trying to throw trash on nobody, but you see some of this shit these people do?
Yeah.
But it was just, it was one of those things. But, my whole thing was like, yo, that's my brother. You good? You good? You good? Making sure he's good. Once I realized he was good, he's like, I'm good. It was no way in the world that he knew what he did was wrong. Yeah. He knew what he did was wrong right after that. But the thing that got me is I paid attention to the people who came out and said something. Because you know who didn't say anything? Tyler Perry, Oprah, Barack Obama, Denzel. Oh, don't think he ain't talked to all of them.
Yeah.
It ain't nobody's business. It's nobody's business. It's kind of like, yo, hey, man, had a bad lapse in judgment. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, yo, you put everybody's bad lapses in judgment up there.
We all got it.
You don't want to see that.
We all got it.
We don't want to see that. I don't want nobody to see my bad lapses in judgment. But,
that's real.
Once again, Bobby and Whitney ain't my aunt and uncle.